and other issues. They tried to negotiate through the Judicial Service Commission, which is the employer. The Judicial Service Commission did not do that. Failure for the Judicial Service Commission to do what is required for them as an employer, the Kmja Magistrates and Judges Association decided to file a matter in the Employment and Labor Relations Court. Among the issues and grievances they raised is that they are entitled, like any employer, for security, non-practicing allowance, and other related issues, and salary that is commensurate with the tasks that they do. They raised an issue, for example, comparatively, state counsels in the Office of the Attorney General and the Director of Public Prosecution, who are advocates like anybody else, enters into the job market as a resident magistrate, and they are paid in a practicing allowance of 60,000. SRC pays magistrates 10,000 shillings. That is a serious anomaly and a serious discrimination. Number two, the question of car grants. They raised the question that they need also to be allowed to have a car grant. Remember, some of these magistrates they are using public means to go to work, where within the public means that they are using, some of the makangas or the turnboys or the drivers or the passengers might be serious criminals who are going to court to appear before the same magistrate. How safe are the magistrates? And when the magistrates and cadis and judges are not safe, then the question boils down: how are Kenyans going to expect to get justice from people who are demoralized? Remember, there is the option of the judicial service or the judicial officers going on strike. They have opted not to call for any industrial action. They have decided to go to court. SRC is trying to impute wrong motives on the Kmja Magistrates and Judges Association, that because the courts where they have gone, the judges are members of the Kmja, that is why the judgment was given into their favor. Remember, the judges have sworn to decide cases based on facts, the law, and without fear or favor. That decision does not in any way come because they have been influenced by virtue that they are judicial officers. A decision has been given. The Court of Appeal, the JSC plus the SRC went to the Court of Appeal to ask for stay. They were denied the stay. They went back to the High Court, asked for stay. They have not been given the stay. Then the SRC now has moved to reduce the salary of entry magistrates from 120,000 to 70,000 as an allowance. It has never happened. The principles of labor are that a salary that you have, a grade that you have, cannot be downgraded at all. Out of that, the court found out that the SRC was in contempt of a court order, and they were fined a fine of Kenya shillings, 5 million shillings, which they have paid. The appeal is pending before the Court of Appeal. There is no stay at all. So our instructions as the advocates representing the Kmja Judges and Magistrates Association is to demand accountability of the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. The Salaries and Remuneration Commission is bending to the whims of the political class only. The MCAs and the grant that was processed within 2 days due to the BBI pressure is a clear manifestation that SRC is discriminatory on the judiciary, yet it plays ball with the political class. Two, the Judges and Magistrates and Cadis Association is demanding an equal opportunity before any employer in this country. The inaction by the Judicial Service Commission who by extension is the employer of the judges, magistrates, and caddies, is telling why is the Judicial Service Commission not interested in the welfare of the judges, magistrates, and the caddies in this country. Therefore, we are putting notice to the JSC to take its role. Remember, the judges and magistrates, all of them, and caddies are employees of the Judicial Service Commission. We shall be moving with speed to ensure that the court, the decision of the court, is completely complied with without fear or favor. That is the position, and let nobody think that because one is a magistrate, or one is a judge, or one is a caddy, he cannot get equal protection of the law just because he is a judge. We have seen serious people with serious positions, including the president, suing himself. The judiciary is independent, and it will not be in any way influenced by virtue that the judicial side, but that members of Kmja are judicial officers. And they are not going to go to any industrial action of calling a strike. They are law-abiding citizens, and that is why they have opted for a legal procedure provided within the framework of the Constitution and the statutory laws available.